7:40 p.m. and the sun's already down. Right about there. That's all for today. Still hot tomorrow and for about 2 or 3 more days. Well, the sun's down. The cattle are out grazing, which I figured. They always come out when it's cooler. They stay in the shade when it's hot and near water. That pond's drying up too. I'm going to water my garden a little bit before it gets dark. Kind of hard to do this. Holding the hose and holding my phone at the same time. It's a lot brighter in the video than it is with my eyes. At least the water is anyway. I guess everything's brighter. You're in the pasture out there where the cattle are. Brighter. Let's see if I can hold this. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to put this old manure and then the grass clippings on. Yeah, this thing here is really spreading out. I remember Dad used to raise a lot of sweet potatoes and other potatoes too, but what happened? Must be some air. There we go. Anyway, my flow is not consistent. Could be the water pump pressure. Yeah, alright, the tomatoes aren't doing too good. They're just volunteer, so whatever I get is just a bonus. Now these sweet potatoes, I planted them. This one here is from the one I grew in the house during the winter time. And the other one back there is one that just sprouted from a potato I didn't eat fast enough. Yeah, pressure getting lower. Oh. Mosquito bite my arm. I have nothing to scratch it with. Let's finish this job here. My main objective is to water the lemongrass. I gotta bring up my arm to. Get the mosquitoes off my arm. Ouch. I got one more I gotta water over there. Yeah, back in the back there. You could tell in the heat of the day, the leaves kind of wilt. That's why I gotta give them some water. I skipped last night. I should have done. I should be doing it every night since it's so hot. With the ground still moist underneath with grass clippings, so that's okay. I also try to water them a little bit. I don't get much off of that asparagus, but I like to see it grow. I like to see it taller, but if it gets too tall, like this one here, look at that. Look how tall it gets. And there's another one in there. Way up, goes way up. Where I'm spraying. That's how tall it is. Yeah, I keep them trimmed, otherwise the wind will blow them over. I like to water them in the evening because give the water a chance to soak in for the heat of the day tomorrow. Anyway, my main objective is these, because I'll harvest these this fall. And I'm going to do it a little different this year, how I grow them in the house. I'm going to break these apart into each, I guess you call it a stalk, a grass stalk. Yeah, and I'll try to get some roots with each one. Yeah. I'll still cut them off. I'll still trim them. I'll trim them all off and save the leaves, like I do every year. But on the stalks part, the butt end, with the root, I'll need to break them apart. Last year I made a mistake of trying to keep them more in a bunch, a big bunch, or maybe like divide this big bunch into 4 sections, big enough to put it in one of those ice cream containers. And two of the big plants, I had six plants like this last year, even bigger than this. I think they were bigger. Anyway, 2 of them I had the whole stalk, but the other 4 I divided them into 4 sections. I think it was 4. Could have been half. I don't know. Anyway, they filled up the ice cream containers, and then I didn't have enough room for any soil or much soil, so that's why they didn't grow good. They grew good for a couple months, and then they just kind of dried up. Kept them watered, but there just wasn't enough space for the roots to grow. This year I'm going to do it different. Yeah, I think that should be enough water. It's getting dark. Getting dark. Where the cows go? Okay, that's enough. Nothing else to keep the weeds down. And the grass clippings keep the ground moist, even with the hot sun. Okay. That's it for now. That's it for today. Well, now would be a good time to have that pond dug out. There's less water in it. But no money for that. Anyway, the cattle are out grazing. They'll probably be out there all night filling their bellies up with the weeds and the grass. But someday, one of these days, I'm going to, once that area there grows up more grass, gets a little thicker, taller, and the cattle, I see it, and once I see the cattle out there eating, I'm going to start mowing this, at least this part around the pond, and in the back. Oh, I hear birds fighting with each other. I think they're mockingbirds. Anyway, then I'll save that area for last. I'll cut that last. Yeah, that's a mockingbird. Over there. Top of those yellow poles. Yeah. Well, that's it for today, for sure. Cat came out. She's eating something. Oh, she caught a bird. Look at that. She's eating a bird. I wonder why. Maybe that's why that bird's making a noise. What kind of bird did you catch? I think she caught that mockingbird. Or the other one. That's what that was making that noise. This cat caught one. How about that, girl? You caught a bird. I don't know why you had to catch a mockingbird. I like those. Catch a sparrow if you're going to catch something. Anyway, that's all for today. Uh-huh. How'd you get that bird anyway? That looks like a baby bird. That looks like a young one. Maybe there's a nest here. The cat caught the bird around here somewhere. What if there's a nest in that tree? I didn't see one. Sorry bird. Cat's got to eat too. Neighbor's cat is back underneath the. Look, it looks just like my cat, but I think it's a male. I saw it yesterday too. Yeah, it's not as scared of me as it was before. They used to run. The other ones still run away when they see me, but he sticks around. Of course, when I walk out there, he's gonna run away, but maybe not as fast as he did. And then he don't run as far, and he stops and looks at me. Yeah. Let me go outside. I'll check something. There he is. He's scared, but he's not running away. Another hot day. Supposed to be hot again tomorrow, but then after that it cools off back down into the 80s, even the mid 80s. So maybe I'll get some more work done when that 80-degree weather comes back. Yeah, it's just too hot to do anything. The air kind of feels dry though. It's just hot. Ground's dry, everything's dry, no rain. Hopefully we get some rain with that cooler weather. Sure need it. Not just me, all the farmers need it too. Oh, there's my cat. Yeah, I don't know where the other one went. He was underneath the ATV, but I don't see him there anymore. There he goes. He goes. He finally ran away. Anyway, I watered this last night. You can see the asparagus, couple spires coming up. Yeah, it's still growing, but I don't like to have it too tall. Yeah, I got a lot of morning glory vines in that one over here. I should have pulled them out a long time ago. Yeah, I think I'll go check for tomatoes over there. Volunteer tomatoes. See if there's any ripe ones. It's just hot. Well, that's all I got today. One tomato, one little tomato. But it's something. Oh, it's hot in the shade, but whew, it's even hotter in the sun, of course. Oh boy, that's hot. It's that time of year. August heat. Huh. But comes into September, October, it'll start cooling off again. Yeah, that's the way it goes around here. But it'll be a good feeling for a while. Until winter sets in, and then it'll be cold again. That's the seasons here. How's that song go? Some seasons turn, yeah. Yeah. What do you want, kitty? Yeah, I fed you. Look at you. Your boyfriend left. Yeah. I should say your cat friend. Yeah. I haven't seen her kittens for a while, so I better check in on them one of these days. That girl, I still got them. I hope so. I need more cats around here. Boat is down there in the water. Don't know where the other one is. But the one, youngest cow, she's over there on the dam. Yeah, I gotta put a stop to that. I gotta put a fence up along there so they can't get up there. I guess I better go look for the other one now. She's probably in the barn. If she's not in the water, I don't see her down in there. I'll have to walk to the barn and see where she's at. Just to make sure everything's okay. Well, that's the old cow. Let's see where the other one is. I was wrong. The other one is under the tree. I don't know why she does that. She lays in the water there. I'm afraid she's going to get stuck in there. Like right now. How's she going to get up? She got her horns tangled in those limbs. Yeah, if she sinks into the mud too far, she won't be able to get up. Huh. Why did she lay it down like that? Why don't she go stand someplace? I'll come out later and check her. Make sure she ain't caught in there. Her horns are tangled in those limbs. And she's going to have to raise her head up to get out before she can stand up, I think. I don't know why she does that. It's the second time I've seen her lay down in there. The other one's over here. I don't like it. She's probably walking around there to get in. I was going to put a fence up from there over to this tree. I just never got around to it yet. That might be one way to keep them out. But they can walk across there if they wanted to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why she lays down like that. That's dangerous for her. She might have a hard time getting up. There's no solid ground underneath her. Well, anyway, I'll check her later. I guess that's her way of staying cool. I really don't like her laying down like that. I know it's cooler that way, but she may get stuck in the mud. I don't know how to, I wouldn't even know how to get her out of there. I'd have to cut some branches off, tie a rope around her horn. I'd need the tractor to pull her out. I'd have to pull her that way, get her into some, I wouldn't even know how to pull her up that hill. That'd be kind of hard. That'd be a strain on her neck. Oh boy, cow, what'd you do that for? Hope you can get up there. Hope you can get out of there when time comes. Look at, see that horns are tangled. Why don't you lay out over here somewhere, not over there? Maybe I should start cutting them off. Yeah, I should cut them limbs off of there so they have more room to maneuver. Well, you're on your own, girl. You got yourself in that mess. You'll have to get yourself out. Yeah. Look at the horseflies on his back. So many horseflies. Hardly any clouds today. That just makes it hotter. Yeah, it's a hot one. That's a hot one. There's a real thin clouds up there. It won't make a difference. Won't cool it off much. Still a few apples left on that tree, but they're too high up. I can't pick them. Yeah, I don't know. I ate a few. I'll pick them this evening if I won't pick any. Well, Cal, I hope you get out of there when you want to. Not much I can do for you. Look, he's snacking on those grasses there, next to the water. Got a little island there. Yeah, this pond's getting low too. All the ponds are getting low. No rain, and it's hot. But they got enough to drink. Well, the sun's down again. Right about there, you can see it through the trees. A little orange. Just a little bit of the sun shining through the trees. It's about 7:38. Between 7:35 and 7:40. Yeah, so that's the sun. Kind of looks like it did last night. At the same time. Anyway, sun's down behind the trees and it's going down behind the trees too. Okay, that's all for today. Another hot day tomorrow, Tuesday, and then it's supposed to cool off. Maybe I'll get something done. Yeah, and hopefully with the change in temperature, I might get some rain out of it too. Maybe. Well, sun's down, and oh, by the way, I was wrong. Today is Sunday, so tomorrow is Monday, and the last day. Tomorrow will be the last day of the 90-degree heat, at least for a while. Gonna be back down in the 80s on Tuesday. Anyway, the cow that was laying down in the water there, on the other pond under the tree, she was able to get out of it. So I guess the mud's firmer than I thought. It's clay, so I guess it wasn't too muddy. And the other cows are out eating. The cattle are out eating again. I haven't seen them eat out here yet, the one that I mowed. But I think eventually, as it starts to grow back, the grasses anyway, hopefully they'll start eating in there when it gets a little bigger. Yeah, because I'd like to have the rest of this cut too, but I can't cut that because that's what they're eating right now. The weeds and the grass. Weeds that are tall. What did I call that? I forgot what I called it. I forgot. I looked it up and I forgot the name of that weed. Yeah. I killed all the other weeds, iron weeds and Jimson weeds. Thistle. I'll have to look it up again. I forgot. Anyway, it's a common weed. Yeah. Taller. It usually gets taller than this. I remember as a kid, it used to be as good as tall as I am. And but the cattle have kept it nibbled down during the summer. Yeah, that's why it wasn't too hard to mow. The stems were small for my lawnmower. Yeah. Anyway, I'll survive one more day of the heat, and then I'll see if I can get something else done around here. It needs to be mostly cutting weeds. Cutting weeds mostly. Mostly at the big pasture I got some, but I'm going to take a different approach out there. Oh, look, that's the first time I've seen them out in that cut grass, in the weeds. Yeah, they might have been out there, but I haven't seen them. Yeah, they've always been in this area. Because I think there's more to eat there. There's still plenty of grass underneath the weeds, and then the weeds are eating the weeds too. So, but she's out here, and the grass ain't very big yet. I cut that first more than a week ago. I cut this one oh, she's eating, so that's good. At least I know they can still have something to eat there. But I'll wait a while. I'll let that grow up a little bit more before I cut the rest of it. I'm going to cut some more over here. Here and around the back, and all the way around the pond and back there a little bit. I'll leave the other end for later. Cut one section at a time. That kitty's here with me. I haven't checked her kittens for a while. Every time I see her on the back porch, she's laying someplace away from the kittens, so I don't even know if she's got them. If she does, I don't know where they're at. I haven't checked her at the normal place where she put them. I fixed up I remodeled the shelter that they were staying in, and they were there the last time I checked a few days ago, but I haven't checked them lately. Anyway, mosquitoes are out, biting my legs, so I gotta go back in the house where it's more comfortable. Alright, I'll catch you later, or tomorrow. Here, this is where she's been hiding. She's been laying up here, but now I know why. The kittens are back there. Hi, kittens. She brought them inside the porch. Good for you, girls and boy. That's a neighbor shooting their gun. Probably getting ready for deer season, I guess. Where they're shooting from, I don't think they live there. They built a shed here a few years ago. Kitties, you in there? Where are you? Come on, stick your head up. Oh well, they're in there. I know they're there. Anyway, they just come out on weekends, I think. I could be wrong. There could be somebody living there. Just east of my pasture. Big pasture. Okay, let's go back in the house. At least I know the kittens are safe. "6:20 a.m. and the weather's nice right now. I think it's around 70. Yeah, maybe a little bit above 70, I think. I'll have to look again. I just noticed that there's a really tall tree over there. Don't have many leaves on it, but it's pretty tall. And that's up on a hill. That's in the neighbor's property. Pretty tall tree. I don't remember seeing that there before. Probably was, I just never noticed it. That one there. I'll have to check that out sometime. I can figure out where it is. I'll have to cross into their neighbor's property, but I'm just curious. Yeah, what tree that is. Anyway, That would be a good time to go out, drive out to the big pasture. That's cool. But I don't feel like it. Anyway, it's supposed to be another warm day today. Mid to upper 90s. But tomorrow it's going to be cooler, closer to 90. And after that, stay in the 80s for a while. But there's no rain forecast, at least till the end of August. And today's only the 18th. So it's going to be dry, hot and dry. Well, not as hot anymore, but still be dry. And there's no clouds in the sky. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. At least over here anyway. Sun's supposed to be coming up pretty soon. Sun's supposed to be up already, but I can't see it because of the trees. Yeah. Sun's supposed to come up over there somewhere. Not exactly sure where, but I can kind of tell by the glow. The glow is behind the trees. Not really there. The glow that I can see is more or less behind these trees, but I'll know when the sun comes up behind those trees. Yeah, it's going to be a while. But it's more red. You can't really tell in the video, but it's more red behind that area. Anyway, that's what I got today. Waiting for the heat to pass, or the weather to cool down a little bit. Still wish we could get some rain, but the forecast didn't show any, at least till the end of August. There's something happening on that pond down there. It looks like it's raining, but it's not. Must be some kind of bug. Probably them spiders. The spiders that I guess like skate across the pond. Them little spiders. Some kind of spider. Anyway, that's what I got. Comfortable now though. When the sun comes up, it's gonna warm up fast. Hello, cat. How you doing? Found your kittens last night. No clouds on the west side either, or southwest. Or the south. I see the sun right there. Yeah, I can see it through the trees, right? Not there. Right about here. Hard to see. I just see a speck of sunlight through the trees through there. Yeah, it's hard to see anything. The trees are too thick. It's gonna be a while before it gets above the trees where I can see it. But I see a speck of light through there. Right about there. Just a speck. Anyway, not the sunrise I was looking for. Yeah. Anyway, sun's already moving to south. Yeah, because since since June 21st, it was all the way to northern limit up this way, but then since June, it's been about 2 months then. Yeah, about 2 months it's been moving this way, so it's now over here. I lost it. I lost the sunlight. It's still in there. I guess. Yeah. Trees are too thick. 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. and the sun's over the trees now. Yeah. Gonna get hot now. There's a kitty. Yeah. There you go, cat. At least the nights are cool. There's the kitties. Yeah, I pulled them out. I'm gonna put them back. There you go. Go on, get back down in there. That's where the mama put them. That's where they're gonna stay. 90 degrees at 10:30 a.m. Warming up again. It's warming up to be another hot day again. Supposed to be cooler tomorrow though, and the rest until the end of August. But it'll still be in the 80s, upper 80s. But I'll try to get something done after this hot weather passes. Because I got things to do. And I'll be running out of excuses to not do them. Oh, I just realized what I was seeing here this morning. That tree there, that was sticking up higher than the rest. That's not on the neighbor's ground. That's on my ground right here. Right down, just right down there. I think it's a walnut. Yeah. It's taller because it's closer. Yeah. Yeah. Just optical illusion. I'll catch you later. Well, I harvested a few more. That's my third harvest. Well, if you can count the one that I ate yesterday. Or was it this is the third one? One, two. No, this is the, I'll call it fourth, third harvest because I didn't count the one tomato I ate yesterday. It was like that size. And that might be the last of the apples. There's a few more up there, but they're pretty high up. I couldn't reach those. I had to have a hook blade to even reach those. Anyway, that's all I got from my garden so far. Look at the cat. She's resting on top of the car. Oh, sure was hot out in the sun. That sun is cooking. It's a cooking. 4:45 p.m. Still hot. Feels like an oven out here. Supposed to be cooler tomorrow, though, I think. We'll see. Come out here to look for the cattle. I figured they'd be in the water. But look what I found. A heron again. Yeah, he likes it here. Or she, it. Yeah. Hello, heron. Anyway, the cattle aren't here. I thought sure they'd be up here. They're probably in the barn. I'll go check. But they're not in the pond. They probably were earlier. It's just so hot. Only came out for a few minutes. Hoot. There's a few more apples up there. I just nipped pretty high up. That's why I'm going to trim that off this year. This winter, I mean. Yeah. I'll need to trim the pear trees too. Yeah. Let's go to the barn, see if I can find the cattle, just to make sure they're okay. Oh boy, that sun is hot. Yeah. Ponds are drying up. Yeah. Forecast didn't show any rain, at least till the end of the month. I don't know about after. I don't know about September. Sure needs some rain. Well, I found them hanging out in the barn. Wilda's got horse flies. I think the Highland cattle don't get them as much because the hair's too thick, too long. Anyway, the other one's behind the bull there, laying down. They're all laying down except him. Since I'm out here, I guess I'm gonna check my trap to see if I caught anything. It's even hot in the shade. Trap's empty, but I can smell something. I can smell the groundhog or a skunk, one or the other. But they didn't come out this way. Yeah, it's hot. Too bad I don't have the money to spare to have that pond dug out. Now would be a good time with hardly any water in it. Yeah, we just have them pull it out with a track hoe as far as they can reach it. If they can't get down in the middle, that's all right. They got what they can. I throw it up on the ridge all the way around. From there. I wouldn't put none there, and I wouldn't put none here. But I would have it piled up all the way around, and then I put some over here, and just leave it. I'd have to wait for another year, or more, or whatever, or maybe never. We'll see. That's something to think about. Pond is low, but there's still water. Hot and dry. Just a normal August, I guess. At least I got a cool house to go back to. I'll wait until the sun goes down, or just before, to water these again. It's just too hot right now. Well, it's 7:30 p.m. on Monday, August 18, and I think the sun's already down behind the trees. I thought I was going to catch the sunset, but I guess I missed it. Days are getting shorter. A couple months ago, the sun was going down around 8:30. Now it's going down just after 7:30. So, and sun's going down there, but it used to go down over there. But it's moved all the way to there now, and in another month it'll be over here in September. And it's here September and March as the sun travels from the south in winter, December, and goes there in March, goes there in June, comes back to there in September, and back south again in December. That's our yearly seasons. Seasons? Seasoning. That's good. Okay. Alright. That's all for today. I want to see if I can get some work done tomorrow. If it ain't too hot. I think I'll start in the big pasture. See what I can do out there with the weeds.